All right, we're back. So today we got a couple different camera brands, actually 3 different camera brands that we're going to go through. We got Browning, we have Tactacam, and then we have StealthCam. So over here we have the Browning Pro Scout Max Extreme. This is a 20 megapixel camera. As you can see, it's a cellular camera without an antenna. This was actually newly released for 2024. I've been using it for about a month now. It sends HD photos all the time with about a 0.25 second trigger speed. This one requires the Browning Strike Force app, which we can get into the apps, what I like about them and what I don't a little bit later. This next camera is the StealthCam DS4K Max. This camera came out in 2019, so I've had it for about 5 years. It's a dual lens camera, 32 megapixel with a 0.4 second trigger speed. It's been a workhorse camera for me. It's a non-cellular trail camera, but it's always good to keep these on public, or if you can risk getting your camera stolen somewhere. Next camera is the StealthCam. This is the StealthCam Decepter. This one came out in April of 2023. It's a 40 megapixel camera with a 0.3 second trigger speed. Next is the StealthCam G45. This camera also came out in 2019. It's a 26 megapixel camera with a 0.4 second trigger speed. It's also made by StealthCam. And then we have the Tactacam Reveal X Gen 2.0. This is a 16 megapixel camera. We also have the Tactacam Reveal X Pro, which we'll go out and see. That one has an LCD screen. We'll talk a little bit more about that. So let's get into the more specifics of these cameras. The Tactacam Reveal X Gen 2.0 does not have the LCD screen like the Reveal X Pro. However, it does have the setup menu. It has onboard Wi-Fi. So what this does is it allows you to connect to the app, and once you turn it on, the setup switch right here, you're able to look on your phone to see how the camera's positioned, which is kind of nice before you set it out. And then you just flip it to on, and about 2-3 minutes later, your camera will update. StealthCam Decepter. This camera has no buttons virtually, so all you got to do is just switch it on and off, and it takes 8 batteries. I always use lithium batteries. They last long. Also with this camera, I put this out in June of this past year, and I didn't change batteries I think until December, but it was only sending photos twice a day. It wasn't on instant. And Browning. So the Browning Pro Scout Max Extreme HD. This camera, it does have a lot more functionality here. We do have a screen and a menu button where you can toggle on and switch to the various megapixel settings that you want, trigger speeds, and then pure sensitivity. All right, so let's pull away the non-cellular cameras for now and just talk about the cellular options that we have here today. So the Decepter No Glow from StealthCam. Again, it's a 40 megapixel camera with a 0.3 second trigger speed. I will show you examples of photos right here. Next camera is the Tactacam Reveal X Gen 2.0. This is the 16 megapixel camera with photos right here. The Browning Pro Scout Max Extreme HD. This is a 20 megapixel camera, and again, this one sends HD photos at all times, and here are some examples. Alright, so I want to talk about the 3 cellular cameras that we have here today. This is the Browning Pro Scout Max Extreme HD. It's a 20 megapixel camera with a 0.25 second trigger speed. This camera has, if we open it up here, we can change the settings on the camera, or you can on the app. We have a menu button here where you can toggle to the various settings, and we'll get through that on the app. It takes 8 batteries, and I typically like to use lithium batteries. In the summer, I can get away with alkaline. But so far, and I've had this camera for about a month and a half now, and the battery percentage hasn't even changed. It sent, I believe, 2,700 photos, and I can show you that on the app without it dropping a single percentage. The Tactacam Reveal X Gen 2.0, it's a 16 megapixel camera. I think what's unique about this camera is it has the onboard Wi-Fi, so whenever you're out there you can switch it onto setup mode and look on your phone, and you can tell where the camera is positioned, and then you can just switch it to on, and then once the camera syncs about a minute later, that's when everything is updated. This camera takes this takes 12 batteries, again alkaline or lithium. So far I've had, I put in lithiums in this, and they lasted about 6 months. I had this on instant. It was in front of my driveway just to check. I had some carpenters going back and forth at my place, so I just wanted to see the progress of everything. This next camera, and probably my favorite, I might be a little biased, is the Stealthcam Decepter. It's a 40 megapixel camera with a 0.3 second trigger speed. This camera has virtually no buttons. When you open it up, it just has an on and off switch. So when you set it out there, you just switch it to on and it syncs, and everything is good to go. This camera also takes 8 AA batteries. Alright, so let's review the apps. The Browning Strike Force wireless app can be downloaded in the App Store. So on the app, when you open it up, it's going to give you a screen. You can either change your settings or view your images or change your data plan. For the purpose of this, let's just look at our settings. So going through the settings, it's a fairly customizable app where you can change your camera name, you can change your operation mode, whether that is video or if you want that on trail camera. You can change your temperature units, whether if you want that in Celsius or Fahrenheit. SD management, so what that is if your card runs out of space, what it will do is it will delete your oldest images and replace them with the newest images. You can also change your trigger speed. Set that to fast if you're on a trail, say, and there's deer coming horizontal to your camera. You can also change your time zones. I set mine on automatic. It's going to pull your cellular data, kind of tell you where you're at. And then your thumbnail upload. So this is where you can change your schedule if you want it to upload 4 times a day or twice a day, and even immediately. You can also change your photo quality and your photo delay and multi-shot mode. So on the Browning app, what's unique about this is on multi-shot mode, it can take up to 8 multi-shot photos, and all 8 of them will actually get sent to the app. The Tactacam, if you set yours up in multi-shot mode, it only sends the first photo out of that multi-shot group. You can also change your IR flash power and video quality, video length of course, and smart IR video. So what smart IR video is if there's an animal still in front of your camera, it's still going to record. And also SD storage, so you're also able to format your SD card through the app. Let's take a look at the Tactacam Reveal. So the Tactacam Reveal, I currently use this for security purposes. I also have one out in the woods. And so if we go ahead and click on one of my cameras that I have here, let's just see if we can change the settings and what that view looks like. So similar to the Browning, you can change your camera mode, whether if you want that video or if you want that on photo. Image size, that is just the megapixel settings of your camera. You can change your video length, and again, multi-shot. And like I mentioned previously, with your multi-shot mode, you're only going to get one out of the however many multi-shot sent to your phone. Night mode, this is one thing that I like about Tactacam is I can change the PIR brightness. So if I want that on, if I want that flash power really bright, I can turn that up. If I want it dim, if it's an animal that's closer up to me, I might want that dim, and I can do that. The delay, I can change that. Work timer, what that is if you only want your camera to say work during the daylight hours, your camera's just only going to turn on during the daylight hours, and it won't send any photos during the nighttime. And then motion sensitivity. So unlike the Browning, you can actually change the motion sensitivity of the Tactacam. So if there is a squirrel or a rabbit that keeps triggering your photos, you can dial down the sensitivity so that way you can avoid those types of photos. All right, let's talk about the command app. So let's check out the settings in the command app. Similar to the Tactacam and the Browning, you can change whether if you want video or if you want just photos sent to your phone. You can change the upload time if you want that immediately, if you want that set to, I believe actually the Stealth Cam you can only do twice a day. On the Browning and Tactacam you can get photos sent up to 4 times a day, even more on the Browning. You can change your megapixel settings. Of course you can change your delay, whether you want that to take a photo every 1 minute, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, whatever it may be. And this also has an advanced blur setting. So whether that image comes in at night, if you want that more crisp image, you can do the advanced blur, set that up to advanced versus standard or progressive. And then again, what is unique is you can have this on-demand feature on the Stealth Cam app. And what this does is it allows your camera to take a photo instantly, and it gets sent to your app within about 30 seconds to a minute, and you can view it from there. And that is it. It also has details of your camera. So if you're ever looking for your IMEI number, what you need that for is warranty registration. All that information can be found at the bottom of your app. If you ever have to send in your camera for repair, that information is also on here too, so that can help speed up the process. Now it's going to count down from 20 seconds. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We reviewed 3 different trail cameras with the Stealth Cam, Browning, and Tactacam Reveal. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We'd appreciate that. And also I have some pictures posted right here, and then I have a link to all of the trail camera brands down below. Please check it out.